Molly Bouchard for the Post. Sam, I have a question for you right off the bat, first play of the game. How did it feel to have that 75-yard touchdown catch?
It was great. It was the best way to start the game. We had a couple plays that we knew we were going to get a chance to call, and it was a matter of if we got the right look, and we did. And it couldn't have played out much better, and it really got us off to a hot start. So it felt great.
Eric.
Eric Decker with the Athens Messenger at CA. Just with all the adversity you kind of had to go through the start of your college career, how fulfilling is this sort of day, 4 touchdown day?
It feels good. Grace of God. God been with me my whole college journey. I just thank him for all of that, and my old linemen and all my teammates that have been behind me, and definitely my family, my mom, #1 supporter. I love her to death. Just a whole bunch of people behind me. So it hasn't been that hard with all that people behind me. So yeah.
Will Cunningham from the Post. Bryce, defense came up with a couple of big plays. They had the scoop and score from Jack Corey and the interception that sort of really finished off the game. What did you guys see today that allowed you to make some big plays after kind of a tough week last week?
Coach Nowinski was able to dial up some really good switch-ups from last week, and we were able to go out there and execute the best of our ability and, create takeaways. That we think that's a big thing that we need to go into each week, creating takeaways, giving the offensive ball more, and we were able to do that this week. So we were just happy that we were able to execute to the best of our ability today.
Yeah, Aiden Crowder with WWB. This one's for you, CA. I felt like one of your biggest scores came on that last play in the first half to get you guys up 2 scores. How big was that for your guys' momentum in the locker room?
Oh yeah, it was real, but we was definitely looking for a spark for something, and we just called the right play. Thank you to the coaches, and then we put it all together as a team on the field. So it was great to get that going right before the half.
Hi. Hey guys, Darius Stefnut, WUB. First and foremost, congrats on the win. Kind of a general question for all you guys, feel free to answer. This is homecoming weekend, obviously one of the biggest games of the year. Just in your own perspective, what was it like just being in this atmosphere, packed stadium, crowd behind you, especially coming after a rough loss last week? What was that just environment like for you guys?
We just treat it like another game. We just go out there, and then we do what we do. We practice all week, practice hard. We do what we do to the best of our ability, and we came out with a win today.
I would say, it was exciting, of course, seeing old family, friends, alumni, and stuff like that. We were just able to go out there and execute our game plan, do what we were supposed to do. Even though, it was homecoming, a big stage, stuff like that, that doesn't really affect how we're going to be playing. That's, of course, happy, makes us happy that we got the support from, Ohio fan base, but at the same time, we had to go out there and execute and do what we had to do.
Brie Massey, WWB. First, this one's for you. After the game, obviously the poster that you were signing. How special are moments like that with fans interacting with them, especially with the big win? Today?
Yeah, that was awesome, for sure. Just seeing how happy the little kids are and stuff like that. That I was able to, just give them a little signature, stuff like that. That's why we play the game. We love football, we love the game, we love everything that comes with it, and that's something that comes with it. I'm just really happy that we were able to make that kid's day, and that's just something I take away from it.
Sam, you've had both today. Both your touchdowns were on pretty long plays, but in the past this season, you've had some touchdowns in short yard situations around the goal line. What do you look for when it comes to whether you're gonna go for or look for that deep ball or get those screens and pick up those short yard plays?
I mean, a lot of those deep plays that happen are almost just like a normal play that just kind of busts and you can find an opening. So, we have a lot of good plays in right now that give us the opportunity to find some openings. And then, if you find one and then there's a bigger opening, you take it all the way, then that's just bonus. But, it kind of depends on the look you get. But yeah.
Akron has been at the bottom of the MAC for the past couple of years. So did that impact your guys' confidence level coming into the game today? And if so, how did that impact the play?
I would just say, we don't really pay attention to records just so much as, we didn't have the best record last year. And, we were supposed to take every single week, day by day, And every single team in the MAC is a tough opponent, even though they've been struggling this year. Kudos to them. They came out and they played us pretty hard today. And they have a great ball club, same as I think a lot of other teams in the MAC. So we just kind of take it as it's another opponent that we have to beat, and nothing too much about how they've been playing the previous weeks.
What are some of the things you guys want to clean up heading into next week? You know, you guys put up 55 points on the board in back-to-back home games. But what are some of the things you guys want to clean up, especially now as conference play continues?
Mental mistakes, just the little things, little flags, just things that get to our head and stuff like that. We just need to be who we are and just play the game football, leave all the mental stuff away.
I would say defensively, we still need to tackle better. Be able to eliminate the big play. That's something that we still need to work on. The rushing yards, we still need to be able to stop the run better. It's kind of just tightening all the little things that is all the elements of the game. We're not perfect. We know we're very far from it, but we're trying to strive for that. So that's basically just tweaking all the little things, such as tackling, big plays, explosive plays, those type of things to make us better.
Yeah, Sam, this one's for you. It's kind of a follow-up to Will's. On that second touchdown catch, correct me if I'm wrong, it looked like Curtis might have called an audible on that one. How much confidence do you have in him getting you the football, especially after another standout performance?
I mean, yeah, the most. He's been lights out, really. We had 24 for 27. I mean, that's outstanding. So, if he gives me something that he thinks would look good, and I believe that he'll get it there. So, he has so far. So, he's just got to keep rolling. He's doing outstanding.
Unbelievable weekend, homecoming, sold out. Our football team, 4 quarters, great game. Both sides of the ball, special teams. Really, again, our most complete game of the year, without question. And I'm glad it happened on Frank Solich Field at homecoming. So it's really a special weekend. Coach Hess's son and daughter families are here this weekend. Got a chance to talk to the team. Our football team is well aware of what he has done for Ohio football, and I'm glad that they got to see our best game today. I actually early in the week with our football team talking about Coach Hess daily with our guys, and let them know Friday that his family is going to be here. I read Coach Woody Hayes' quote at his service, which was unbelievable, and shared that with those guys again before the game and asked them for just a little bit more. You guys can do your research and what he said, but and they delivered. So with that, I'll open up for questions.
Please introduce yourself before asking.
Will Cunningham.
Will, you've got a red top on, buddy.
Coach, you most teams often defer when they win the toss, but you elect to receive today, and then obviously first play of the game you go with a 75-yard touchdown. Was that the plan today? If you won the toss, to try and go for big play early, or did you just see a look that you liked?
Same plan as this Fordham afternoon game. I want if we win the toss, take the ball. They take the ball second half, and then we pick the wind. And it played out in our favor in both those games. And so it was not because we wanted to score first or take a shot or whatever. It was more to do with the second half decision. And for 2 games, now the last 2 games, it's really played in our favor.
Eric Decker with the Athens Messenger. Coach, the offense was consistently rolling all day, but towards the end of the first half, they were able to get those 2 scores, bring it to a 1-score game. How, impressive or how satisfying is it that you guys were able to respond with a 41-second touchdown drive?
Yeah, it's again Curtis in his play. You got to start there. Obviously, the protection. Sam, man, how about my man Sam? He's having a great year. It was. I told him we were walking out. I said that drive's gonna be the difference in the game. And obviously, if it wasn't, we got a defensive touchdown today, second one of the year, and we don't get that. That's probably how it plays out. But that was big. It really was.
Well, Bouchard from the Post. Coach Eric mentioned how the offense was rolling today, but really they've been consistent all season. What's been the key to that?
Um, Again, as you know, quarterback is you got to start there. And as anytime you're doing well offensively, that's I get all the credit and too much blame, all those things. But Coach Rudolph and the guys up front, uh, I thought CA had his best game pass pro today. Some pressures off the edge, and there were a lot of chaotic stuff on the headphones when they brought a pressure, particularly in the third quarter. CA he stuck it, man. I was pretty excited. Former running back coach. He so uh, offensively again we are clicking on all cylinders. I mean, last week against Kent, good front seven. Both starting tackles are out. Tyler Foster's out. Tyler Walton's out, and we put ourselves in position to win the game. Didn't. We got a couple of those guys back today, and I think one game in a timeout fit, but I like where we are offensively.
You got it.
Marie Manesi, WOUB. You mentioned it a little bit earlier, but homecoming really special time here. Crowd really showed up today and brought that energy. How do you think that kind of transitions to the field with that big win that you guys got today? With the team?
I say it all the time. Best fans in our conference, no question. And homecoming makes it more special. Our guys, I think, have an edge. I really do. Our student section is rowdy, as rowdy can get. Volume is loud at home, and I've been here a long time, and I think that we've got an advantage playing here. Frank Solich Field. I think we were 3-0 on Frank Solich Field, and so I'm looking forward to the next one after Western. I think we played home after Western. I think, okay, that's great.
Aiden Crowley with WAB.
Aiden.
You got it. Coach, you mentioned CA's day. How fulfilling is that to see that kind of play out, given the road it took to get there?
Yeah, I'm very happy for him. He's had a bunch of family in today. Oh, double digits. I think talking to him the course of the week, he's very happy. He's still got a little bruise on that foot, but he's a tough young man and he's got a bright future.
Hey, Coach Darius Duffnut, WOUB. First and foremost, thank you so much for your time. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Wanted to talk about the end of that first half. You're up 21-13 on the 1 yard line. You have the decision to go for it or go for the 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
During that timeout, what was your mindset in that decision-making process of why you wanted to go for it?
Yeah, it was I will say intense. I'll just say that as assistants, you make suggestions, but as the guy, you gotta you gotta say it, make the decision. And I told him, hey, we're going. So get a play called. I think we took a timeout. Maybe is that right? Just to talk it through. But we knew we were going to go prior to the timeout, and I was tight because we just had the fourth down there, and didn't get it. But we challenged our guys, and we got it in.
Coach, you've mentioned York a couple times now, but something that stands out week in, week out is his efficiency. 24 for 27 today. How is he seeing the field, and how is he being so efficient?
I think maturity. I'm just going to keep coming back to that. He's finding the checkdowns when we've called some double move stuff. Like last week against Kent, we called double move. We caught the wrong coverage. It got bail, and he goes right to the tight end. So you got a first down, not a play action shot play, but a double move on a show pass. And we don't have the right coverage. He sees it and goes right there. He wasn't doing that last year. And so I like where he's at. He had one boo-boo in the third quarter. But he come right over to me. I know. Second down and 10. We got quick game, and he's probably tried to do too much. But he knows it, and he didn't make the mistake again.
Coach, you clipped the Sam the Man joke, but what about Sam has he brought to this program that's made him so impactful in such a short amount of time?
I'm so happy for Sam. He's an Ohio guy, a graduate, and going to grad school here at Ohio University, and he wanted to get on the field. He's at Ohio State behind 3 first-round draft picks, and Uh, I'm glad he's a Bobcat because he is producing and just a great young man. I mean, he off of Kent, third and four last week at Kent State, we got the lead and run a play that we ran earlier that worked for a 15-yard gain. And I got a stern talking to from Sam on the sideline. What are we doing? Our man coverage coach, and that's what you want. He's got that edge about him. He wants the ball, so as a coach, you appreciate that. And so, I knew right then, I took it, but I had a smile. I had a smile on my face when I walked away because he wants the ball.
Coach, I think defensively, one of the biggest changes today was kind of the bend not break. Akron in the first half kind of got down the field, but had to settle for 3. How big was that?
I think just we're got some injuries, particularly in the back end. Torrey Cox didn't play today. Tariq's out. Zach Sanders is out. I'm not sure if you saw Ben Johnson was a defensive end in the fourth quarter. Okay. We're playing a lot of guys, and I've said our front seven we got a lot of depth, and it's showing because we are beat up. And Spence and the defense has done a great job of moving guys around and giving us our best chance. Keeping the ball in front was the goal today, and tackle better. All right, and so we were kind of limited on coverages because we had two guys back there that were playing new positions today. So it was there were some times that's the fourth down pass and the third down going this way. We were frustrated, but the clock's running, and it's the strategy thing to give us our best chance to win. And we kept it in front and got the win.
Coach, you talked about the importance of the fumble return for the touchdown earlier in the game, and that was kind of something you guys struggled with last week, was capitalizing on the opponent's fumbles. And Bryce Houston mentioned earlier how that's something they want to continue to do too, is get takeaways and get the ball back to the offense. So how do you plan to continue on doing that?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the film, but I think we got our first interception today from Key. All right, and then that's our second defensive touchdown on the year. So we're trending in the right way. I think that just from a coaching staff wise, we every Friday and every Tuesday, we have a circuit, and the guys believe in it. The turnover margin is going to be huge down the stretch. We were +2 last week. Today we were plus again, right? So if we keep the penalties down and we win in the turnover battle, again, that is a formula for a lot of wins.